What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. My name is Harrison Graham. Happy New Year's Eve. Hopefully everybody's getting ready for a fun night. If you're going out, be safe out there. Uber is your friend. Staying in, having a few friends over, but going to get in some news for you guys here on Chicago Bears Now. So if you want to support the channel, hey, it's the last time in 2025 that you can be a subscriber in 2025. You can start fresh next year if you want, but if you want to join the 148,000 strong here on this channel, appreciate 148,000, by the way. It's been a awesome year. At the end of the year, end of the episode, we'll reflect a little bit because it'll be the last episode of 2025. But if you want to support, hit that subscribe button. Let's go ahead and dive on in here. We'll start with the Bears injury news for the day. We'll get into the injury report and then go from there. We'll talk about the Lions injury news and then some other NFC North stuff as well. A couple of DNPs at practice today. Rome Odunze still not practicing with that foot injury. I think, keep an eye on him for the playoffs. He's not going to play this week, barring something surprising, but the hope and the goal is that he will play in the wild card round. Ben Johnson said last week that they believe he will be able to help them this year. So that remains the hope. That remains the goal when it comes to Odunze at this point. As we've said before, he's not going to be 100%. He's got a stress fracture in his foot. But if he can be 80, 85% of himself, and if the risk of major injury is relatively low, then I do think they will play him and should play him in the postseason as the Bears gear up for a playoff run here. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, the edge rusher, he also was a DNP today as he is in the concussion protocol left. I believe, was it the Packers game or no? I think it was the Niners game. It was Sunday Night Football. Left with a concussion, so did not return. We'll see. Typically when you get concussed and you play the next week, that's pretty rare nowadays. Typically that does not happen anymore, so I would not expect Joe Tryon-Shoyinka to play in this game. Hopefully he's ready to go for the postseason as well. 4 players limited. Cornerbacks Nick McCloud, who's dealing with that illness. Hopefully that'll clear up soon. Obviously the Bears got hit pretty hard with what sounds like the flu early last week. It sounds like it's still a little bit carrying over with a couple guys, but I think they're through the worst of it. Josh Blackwell limited with the shoulder injury as well. The big one, Luther Burden III, was limited with his quad injury. That's obviously significant because at the end of that 49ers game, we weren't really sure, is he hurt? Is he not? What's going on? It was reported by Adam Schefter the other day that he's dealing with a minor quad issue, and this would indicate that he's got a little something, but probably more on like the soreness side of things than like an actual major injury. Ben Johnson said at his press conference earlier today that they are hopeful that Burden can play on Sunday against the Lions, which means whether he plays this week or not, he's full. He'll be full throttle for the playoffs, which is obviously most important. And then lastly, Ozzy Trapilo limited with a knee and a quad issue. Not overly concerned here, but obviously going to keep an eye on that one. As he's done really well at left tackle for the Chicago Bears. Olamide Zaccheaus, who missed Sunday Night Football with an illness, he was listed as full, so sounds like he's out of the woods there. Okay, let's take a look at the Lions injury report here. Crowded room. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Penei Sewell, Aleem McNeil, Christian Mahogany, Thomas Harper, Tristan Colon, Keoti Awosika, and Alex Anzalone all did not practice. Dan Campbell says St. Brown wants to play in this game. He's got knee and ankle issues that he's dealing with. Penei Sewell dealing with that ankle issue. If the Bears don't have to face him, that obviously would be nice. Aleem McNeil, he's dealing with an abdomen. Thomas Harper's in the concussion protocol. Mahogany and Awosika are dealing with illnesses. Anzalone's in the concussion protocol, so we'll see if he's able to clear. But if he was a DNP today, don't love his chances of that. Obviously, St. Brown and Sewell are big time, and McNeil are all big time players for Detroit. So if they're all out, those are notable losses for the Lions. Campbell did say that, that the guys who can play are going to play hard and they're going to try to win this game. But if there's risk of further injury, they probably won't play players like that. So I would think like Penei Sewell probably doesn't make sense to play him. Now, Campbell did say that St. Brown really wants to play, so if he can go, he'll probably play. But, Sewell, McNeil, these trenches guys, like that doesn't seem worth the risk for Detroit. Taylor Decker sounds like he is probably going to play, dealing with an illness and a shoulder issue. He is limited. Avonte Maddox limited with the back injury and an illness. And then Giovanni Manu, the offensive lineman, dealing with a knee injury. He was limited as well. So I would say that St. Brown and Sewell are the ones to keep an eye on. Aleem McNeil as well. And barring a setback, Taylor Decker's probably going to play in this game as well. So, all right, time to tell you guys about our awesome sponsor. That is PrizePicks. The best daily fantasy sports app out there is PrizePicks. And whether you're starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard. But in life and on PrizePicks, it always feels good to be right. With high-pressure playoff matchups every weekend and elite hoops action just about every night, the action never stops, and PrizePicks lets you take control. Awesome new feature alert with PrizePicks. They now have early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may get alerted with an opportunity to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. Little three-player lineup I like this weekend. Give me the more on both quarterbacks, Caleb Williams and Jared Goff. Williams chasing 4,000 passing yards. I think he's got a decent shot of getting there. The Bears defense has been struggling, and despite the Lions losing streak, Goff is still throwing for a lot of passing yards. So I like the more on his passing as well. And then I'm going to take Kyle Monangai, demon play to score a touchdown. Three-player lineup, $20 to win 80 if that three-player lineup hits. Check out PrizePicks today. Download the app. Use our code CLNS to get $50 in lineups once you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in lineups once you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It is good to be right. Okay, pretty significant NFC North news. Trevon Diggs is heading to the Green Bay Packers. The Dallas Cowboys waived him yesterday. I did not think he would get picked up off waivers, but the Packers have claimed him. So they're going to pay him about $500,000 for Week 18, and he's under contract beyond this year. Now, he's out of guaranteed money, so the Packers could just cut him after this year if it doesn't work out. But he reunites not only with his college DB coach, who's the defensive passing game coordinator with the Packers under Jeff Hafley. I forget the guy's name, but he was with him at Alabama. He also reunites with Micah Parsons, who is hurt right now, but is a good buddy of Trevon Diggs. So that is obviously noteworthy here. Now, when he's played this year, he has not played that well. He's given up a huge passer rating when targeted, but he's had good years in his career. Certainly, we talked about him on this show. You know, it's a question of, is he washed or does he need a fresh start? Because sometimes guys need a fresh start. So I don't love the fact that Green Bay got their hands on him, not because I'm deathly afraid of Trevon Diggs, but that cornerback room isn't that great. So giving them another option, a guy who's, done some good things in this league, I certainly do not love that. So we'll keep an eye on that and see, what his role is. Does he earn a starting job? Is this someone that Green Bay turns to? Now, of note, they were the only team to put in a waiver claim. So even if the Bears had put in a claim, which I didn't really want them to, my thought was if he clears waivers, they could be interested. Even if they put in a claim, they wouldn't have gotten him because Green Bay's got the worst record, which means they're higher in the waiver claim order, and no one else put in a claim. So Trevon Diggs heading up north, that'll be interesting. I'll be interested to see, if he can help them on the fly here, because obviously their defense has really struggled in the couple of games without Micah Parsons. Okay, let's just talk. It's the end of 2025, and it's been an awesome year. Thinking how it started for the Bears, right? I'm talking this year. A walk-off win at Lambeau Field. You get Ben Johnson. You have a very optimistic offseason, a fun draft with Colston Loveland and Luther Burden, and, all this build-up, all this hype. Can they win in year one? What are the expectations? I thought they could flirt with 10 wins. Clearly, they've exceeded that. They're at 11 and winning, and they've won the division. I did not predict them to win the NFC North, and they got a shot to go make a run. And I I want to say thanks to everyone who's watched, whether you watch every day, whether you watched one time. Maybe this is your first time, your first episode ever, the last day of 2025. We've been doing this since the 2020 season, and the Bears haven't been good. They have not been good, yet the loyalty to this channel, to this team, Bears fans are phenomenal, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. It's been a blast. I just can't thank you guys enough. We're not going anywhere. I don't want this to sound like some cheesy, like, this is the end. Like, no, we're just getting started here, but it's just cool to see the longtime subscribers, the new subscribers, this community we've built, and now we're seeing a good product. We're seeing a team that's not only winning now, but we feel like they could win for years to come. And it's just cool, man. It's really cool. I'm so glad this team got Ben Johnson. Caleb Williams is on the rise. This is a fun journey, so let's enjoy it. Thank you guys so much. The growth has been incredible. I think winning helps. People are more interested, but I've seen a lot of the same folks who have been here through the ugly of the ugly times with this football team, when we're doing mock drafts in October because the season's already over. And, this year it's paid off, right? We've gotten to enjoy this team every single day, every single week. So I'm just fired up. I'm fired up for Sunday. I'm fired up for the playoffs. And, let's enjoy this journey, because we know how bad it can be. So let's not take it for granted this year, even though I think we all believe this team could be good for years to come. Who knows? Thought that after 2018. I think this will be different. I think they will be good for years to come, but I'm living in the moment because this is a wide open season in the NFL, and why not the Chicago Bears? Why not the 2025 Chicago Bears? So I can't wait to see what they have in store for us for the postseason. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of Chicago Bears Now. Happy New Year. Be safe. Be careful if you're out and about. Don't do anything stupid. And, have a buddy out there with you, significant other, whatever the case may be. We love you. We appreciate you. Hit that subscribe button. And as always, bear down.